Hello everybody, this is Furious Jodo, going to be doing another StarCraft 2 commentary. This is another match from the IEM tournament over in New York. That's the more recent one, not the one in Cologne. This match is going to be HuK as the blue Protoss in the top right versus Drewbie, the red Terran in the bottom left. The map is Steps of War, relatively small map. We will see what happens here. Sorry, I had to pull my mic away for a second. So, the start of the game, we are on the correct speed, and just normal. I have heard a little bit about these matches. I heard they were pretty interesting. Pylon going down from HuK there on 9, and he is sending that scout out. HuK actually getting that scout out pretty much every game. Every game I've casted recently, definitely. And there's a supply depot from Drewbie going down, just helping out a little bit in his supply line. Don't think we're going to see any kind of proxy play from either player. It is a very small map. The proxy isn't very necessary because this distance is just so close. That probe got there in a relatively short amount of time. And HuK's going to do a little bit of damage here. Ooh, just doing a little health check on the SCVs. And HuK's gateway has gone down and just in his main. Pretty normal timing. And see, look, HuK not taking any damage on that probe. Well, he is doing some damage to these SCVs here. Refinery going down here for Drewbie, so we are going to see some tech play. Probably Marauders. I don't think we're going to see Reapers out of him against Protoss. Nice little ring around. HuK waiting for his shields to regenerate. And look, see, still hasn't taken any actual damage on that probe. He's going to fly it around a little bit and let the shields recharge. Once he can take another hit, he's going to go in and poke again, do a little bit of damage. Good job of keeping that out of there. And his Assimilator has gone down as well in his main, just to make sure we're not only watching this play, but HuK is way better about being annoying with his probes than a lot of players. And he's just going to have it hang out here. He'll poke back in a bit, maybe to get a scout. And there is a Marine out here for Drewbie. Zealot on the way here from HuK. I think he's just going to poke in with these. I don't think he's going for anything too crazy. He does only have the one gateway going. There goes down the Cyber Core in the back of his base. And he's getting close to being supply blocked. Need to get another pylon down there so that you can make more units. And here comes the Zealot of HuK. Doing a little bit of distraction with this probe. There are Marines and SCVs here to hold this off. Drewbie pulling more SCVs than I think are necessary to really do that much. He needs to use those Marines to fight these Zealots, but he also needs to protect them from the Zealots because, there he goes, did a good job of containing that Zealot. There is another one coming in. This one looks like it may actually get to do some damage. HuK is just running around with it, not doing anything just yet. He is going to go after the Marines now, but the Zealot goes down. There is a third one on the way. Don't know if HuK's going to go in with this commitment. We do have Concussive Shell for Marauders on the way, and once Marauders are out, the Zealots really aren't going to be able to do much. So HuK is going to pull this Zealot back to his base, and his second gas is on the way. We do have another gateway being built just so he'll be able to kind of keep up with that production of units. Waiting to see a factory or some sort from Drewbie, but it looks like he's just liking the Tech Lab reactor play going on here. HuK running around, just checking things out. He does have another probe going out to scout. Where's that going? Let's follow the line. Zelnaga, and then to the third. So it looks like he may be building a pylon over here, maybe to put a little bit more pressure on. There is a stalker out now for HuK. And we do have, oh, just another gateway going down. Stim is on the way now for Drewbie. Surprised to not see a factory go down to go towards starports for Drewbie yet, but it looks like he is going to go out with this 3 Marauder and some Marines push. This is actually very strong. I'm trying to remember the original player. I want to say it's a Chthon look build, but I don't remember exactly who first started this 3 Marauder push. But it looks like it will. I think he'll actually do quite a bit of damage here. Let's see, because HuK does not have a sentry out. He doesn't have the ability to block that ramp off completely. Zealots going out. They're really not going to do all that much damage early game. They can just be kited so well. Stalkers coming in, more Stalkers coming in to back up. And HuK actually had a lot more forces than I thought he was going to. Managed to hold this off pretty well. He did lose those 2 Zealots, and I think he may have lost a Stalker, but definitely coming out on top of that engagement. Drewbie lost 3 Marauders, I think 5 or 6 Marines. Building a bunker in his front because he knows HuK is going to come and poke in. And Stalkers are so fast running across the map, he's just able to get here and do what he needs to do. But Drewbie, I think, has enough forces to hold this ramp off. HuK's going to be able to poke in. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get this bunker up. Actually, Drewbie's in a not that comfortable position. I think he'll be able to hold this off. And, oh, there goes the bunker. Alright, he's in a lot better position now. And back in HuK's base, we still just have the 3 gateways and a cyber core. No further tech buildings of any kind yet. And he is just pulling forward with some Stalkers. There isn't a SCV here to maintain this. It's just got a Marine and 2 Marines and a Marauder, rather. And he's just going to hang out at the front, keep some pressure on it, allow him to be a little safer at his base. We do have a Robo Bay going down now for HuK. That'll allow him to get an Observer out, get some Immortals out, depending on what he sees Drewbie do. He may get Colossus out. Nice, not Force Fields didn't seem to do all that much in that situation. HuK pushing in a little bit here. And these SCVs are coming, and I think they actually may be able to clean out this force and get it out of there. But Drewbie is definitely behind on the mining. His income is not looking good right now. And he is substantially behind on workers as it is. Backed by 11 harvesters right now. That is a pretty ridiculous amount. HuK pushing up the ramp again here with some Stalkers and Zealots. And, he does have this proxy pylon here, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm kind of congested today, so I'm having a little trouble breathing. But we'll see how this game goes. So Drewbie is not in a comfortable position. He finally did get this factory and a starport out, and he does have medevacs on the way. He's favoring this kind of bio ball. HuK is going for a robotics bay. So he will have Colossus out. He has the economy advantage. I wouldn't be surprised to see an expansion go up for him relatively quickly. He is at 364. Yep, there is the expansion right there. Looks like Drewbie's going to try and do a drop here. Drops are very strong. Drewbie known for his drops. Some people do happen to call that Drewbie drops, where you do lots of drops at the same time on your opponent. Drewbie just going with 1 force here right now at the moment. It is going to get spotted by HuK's pylon. Ooh. I think HuK may have seen that. Is he? Maybe not, because the pylon can't get vision over that, over the grass. I'm not sure if he saw that. It looks like he didn't. And Drewbie just flying around here with this dropship. At the same time, HuK does have a Colossus on the way. His range, he isn't getting the range upgrade yet. I would like to see the range upgrade. I think it is pretty handy to have, but some players like to get 2 or 3 Colossus out before they go for that upgrade. Another barracks going down for Drewbie, so he is still favoring this very heavy bio ball. Drewbie going out now to take out this pylon. HuK's not going to go out to defend it. It's just kind of out there as it is. There to kind of let him know what's coming. And there is a scouting factory here. This is very popular lately. If you're not using factory units, don't bother using it. There's a drop in the main by Drewbie. Just some Marines on the ground. They are doing a bit of damage. The Stalkers are going to come and clean them out, I think. Oh, picks off a probe. Just a quick check of kills. 2, 4, 7, and I'm not sure how many of these Marines were that original force. Oh, and I'm actually thinking Drewbie may lose this force here. That dropship is at 7 health. 1 Stalker shot will do it. Looks like he's committing to that. There is a bit of a push in at the front as well, but that was held off by HuK. There goes the dropship, so these Marines are going to go down. They did get a few probe kills. A bit of harassment. I don't know how much damage was done at the front, unfortunately, but I don't think it was a tremendous amount. Colossus and Stalkers will definitely hold off the Marine force. Here is another drop on the way here from Drewbie. This is how you get back in the game. He's behind on bases. He only has 1 base going. He's behind on economy. He needs to get in here and do things to hurt HuK's economy. So these drops in the back, there finally goes that factory down. Looks like he's going to go for a drop in the natural, which I kind of like that decision. HuK is kind of in a position to fight this off. He loses 1, 2. 2 probes. Not amazing, but he did manage to save his whole force, so he didn't lose anything at this point. And there are Vikings out here from Drewbie as well to work on those Colossus. But Drewbie is still very behind in the money game. Looking at the income tab, HuK is pulling in half again as much minerals, a little bit more gas. Not a tremendous amount more gas because he does not have gas up in his natural yet. So not even sure why it would be more. Actually, is there... Ooh. Yeah, it looks like we actually have a refinery with 2 SCVs on it. That could definitely be helping Drewbie because he is a bit gas-starved. Big engagement here in the front of HuK. He's pulling probes to fight it off. He does have those Stalkers. There are medevacs healing those units. Stalkers getting a little out of position. They should be in front of those Colossus to prevent the Marauders from taking shots at them. He did lose a Colossus in that engagement and actually took out a lot of HuK's forces. Colossus are so expensive. It looks like Drewbie is masking again in the middle here. HuK is remaking his forces. He does have another Colossus on the way, but only the one, which is at like half health and very low shields at the moment. This whole force is fairly healthy. There's a Stalker that's kind of hurting. Getting more sentries out to help with those force fields to help him contain Drewbie. Drewbie going for another drop here in the main. This one only has 4 Marines in it. I kind of think he's not counting on getting this force back out. I think it's more of a distraction. Well, he moves in from the front over here. And here comes the drop. Drops them off, moves into the probe line, actually doing a good amount of damage. Here's a large force of Drewbie moving into the front. He catches HuK a little bit off of position, and HuK is able to crush those force fields to get through because of his Colossus, doing so much damage. Nice force fields, keeping those Marauders from getting close to the Colossus, but it looks like there may just be too many forces here from Drewbie. He is going to take out most of all of HuK's forces. There's 2 Zealots left fighting the good fight. There's so many low health Marauders here. The medevacs are trying to do what they can do. Stalkers from HuK coming in to do some damage. Will they be able to finish it off? Oh, and it's pretty close, but actually, yeah, HuK's units fall. He warps in some more. He is going to be able to push this off, so good job there by HuK. There was a drop. Oh, okay, he just had the medevac. So that is the medevac from that Marine drop before. So the Marines did die off, but HuK got distracted and did not kill off the medevac. Drewbie just masking again in the middle here, really just doing a great job of utilizing his forces and distracting HuK. I would actually expect HuK to have a bit more of an army out on the field here. He does not have more Colossus on the way. He cannot afford it. He does not have the gas income for it. Looks like Drewbie moving in again, and actually I don't know that HuK's going to be able to hold this off. That is a lot of Marauders. He's bringing SCVs with it. Going to be able to do some blocking and also repair those medevacs if he wants to. Here come the Marauders doing so much damage. More medevacs coming in to support this force. And HuK is really hurting right now. He's only got 5 Stalkers and a sentry after that warp in. 1 Stalker goes down. Looks like all the sentries have gone down. SCV's coming to go after the Stalkers. Here come the Marauders. The Stalkers are going to go down, and there is the GG. Wow, I'm actually very surprised. HuK did a great job of coming back. Or not HuK, rather. Drewbie did a really great job of coming back. He was at a pretty big disadvantage in the beginning of the game. He didn't even get his second expansion. HuK just didn't have the forces to handle that bio ball of Drewbie, and those drops in the back while they attacked from the front really did a good job of hitting HuK where he was weak at the moment. So we will move on to Game 2. Again, this is Furious Jodo doing some YouTube cast. This was HuK versus Drewbie, Game 1 from the IEM tournament over in New York. Thanks for tuning in, and I will move on to Game 2. Thank you, guys.